In today's AI demo, I'm going to share one of my favorite use cases for AI, one of the favorite ways that I use it, and I use it all the time. And today, I'm going to share on my phone. So I've got ChatGPT up here. Now, you can use this with a number of the large language models. My go-to is ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that button with the wavy lines here, and it's going to bring up the advanced voice function. You can tell that it's working when you see the little cloud icon. So now I can start talking to Chat. Hi, ChatGPT. How are you today?
Hi, Kim. I'm great. Thanks for asking. How's your day going so far?
My day is great. I'm doing an AI demo on coaching, and I'd like to have a coaching conversation with you, if I may.
Absolutely. I'd love to help. What topic or goal would you like to focus on for our coaching conversation?
I'm going to use a real life scenario of a client of mine. He was recently put into a different role, and he's reporting to somebody in a different country that he doesn't really like or respect all that much. He's had some dealings with him in the past, and they haven't been overly positive. But now he's got to work for him. So I'd love for you to come up with some tips on how he can establish a relationship with this person and potentially structure a conversation. What would you suggest there?
Building a relationship in that scenario can be challenging, but it's definitely possible. Here are some tips you might suggest. 1. Start with an open mind. Encourage your clients to approach this new relationship without past biases, giving their new boss a fresh chance. 2. Communicate openly. Suggest having a candid conversation about work styles, expectations, and goals. This can help build mutual understanding and respect. Find common ground. Encourage your client to identify shared goals or
I'm going to pause ChatGPT right here because you get the point. Not only does ChatGPT talk to me, but it records the conversation so I can go back and look at what was said at any point in time. Let's do another one. I'm going to pull up another real life scenario, this time with me. So I'm going to go into a previous chat. Now I want to show you something. If you're in a previous chat already, you will not see the advanced voice feature, but rather when you hit that button, the black circle will come up, and you'll see the difference here because with the black circle there's a little bit more latency. It's not quite as natural as it was with the first one. This is an ongoing dispute that I have with my neighbor and some loud music. So we'll see what ChatGPT suggests to do next. Hitting the button and the black circle is coming up. Hi, Chat. I'm demonstrating how I use you to do a coaching conversation or help me resolve an issue with my neighbor. So I want to use the real life scenario that I'm dealing with about the neighbor's music. You know that I wrote the neighbor a note today and delivered some jam and some chilies, and I want your suggestions for how to structure the next conversation if he continues to play his music loudly and doesn't acknowledge my note. What would you suggest that I say to him then? And would you text him? Would you drop a note in his letterbox? Or would you call him? Latency.
Thanks for sharing the context. This is a great example of using thoughtful communication to navigate a tricky situation. If your neighbor doesn't acknowledge the note or continues to play loud music, the next step would depend on how you want to approach it, directly or indirectly. Here's a structured way to think about the conversation and the best communication method. Step 1, decide on the approach. If you want to keep it informal, a text is low pressure and gives him time to process. If you want to be direct.
Okay, so now I'm actually going to ask Chat to structure the conversation. Excellent. Thank you for that. I think that I'm going to text him. Could you draft a text for me to send as the next step in case this happens, in case he doesn't turn down his music and doesn't acknowledge my note?
Of course. Here's a draft text you could use as the next step, keeping it polite, calm, and focused on collaboration while still addressing the issue clearly. Hi, Peter. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to follow up on the note I dropped off the other day. I really appreciated the adjustments you made to the bass and speaker angle before, but I've noticed the volume has gone up again. It's still carrying into our house, even with the windows and doors shut, and it's becoming a bit of an issue during work hours. Would you mind turning it down a little more, especially on weekdays?
Okay, so you get the gist of this. You can use it for anything. I'm going to make this one up. One last scenario. I'm going to do this in a new chat. So again, you won't see the latency. You'll see the blue circle. Hi, chat. I have a friend who has a 6-year-old child, and she will not eat any food that's green. So that cuts out a lot of vegetables. What would you suggest to my friend to help her child eat foods that are green?
One trick is to get creative with presentation. Try blending greens into smoothies or sauces, or mixing them into favorite dishes. Also, making it fun by involving the child in cooking might help. Sometimes it's about finding the right approach that makes it
Okay, one last one. I lied. I could go on for days. This could be a real life scenario. Hi, Chad. I really need your help. I have an employee who is just not doing his best work. I know that he's capable of more. He's doing enough to get by, but not his best work. And he started off so well. He's just passed his probationary period. He was doing a great job, but it seems like after he passed probation, he's not doing such a great job anymore. What would you suggest? How would you suggest that I approach this with him?
It sounds like your employee might be experiencing a dip in motivation or engagement. Have you had a one-on-one conversation with him about how he's feeling in his role? It could be helpful to share your observations and ask open-ended questions to understand what's changed for
I
him.
haven't had a one-on-one. Would you suggest that first?
Absolutely. Starting with a one-on-one is a great idea.
And how would you structure that one-on-one?
Start by setting a positive tone. Acknowledge his initial great performance and express that you value his contributions.
So you can have a real life conversation. Take out your phone, download your favorite large language model with the advanced voice feature, and give it a go. Let me know what you think. I think it's great fun and so very useful.